the ground.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
That is crap. By the way, no matter who you are, I think there was a time where everybody did it, so it was like, I guess at that moment, acceptable behavior. But driving around, bopping around, it's no longer okay to just throw your cigarette butts. If you have roll your own cigarettes, sure, fine. But these commercial grade cigarettes, you throw those butts out, they will remain where they are for what, hundreds of years. They're not biodegradable. So if you're driving around smoking, put it in the ashtray and make sure it gets to the appropriate home, which is the garbage, not out. Especially when it's dry out in the summertime, that actually does start fires. That starts fires.
You know, people that roll their own cigarettes, they call them, hand rolled as opposed to tailor made.
Ah.
You don't hear that too often anymore.
No.
But people used to say you could field dress. I don't know where that comes from. It's like dressing a deer or something, but you can tear them up and throw them away, and then the rain hits them and they dissolve. They disappear.
Yeah.
And it's tobacco and it's
You tear it up and
sort of organic.
Toss it wherever the heck you like, but just try if you can. Not because I used to do it all the darn time. I don't even really smoke anymore.
Well,
but
it's a nasty habit.
It's a nasty habit, and at the level of littering in general, basically is just
my gosh.
Foolish.
The other day,
yes.
I should have said, have you ever been in a situation where something happened right in front of you, and you felt like you should have said something, and you sort of caught off guard, you don't know what to say, and then you have regrets later?
Yes.
That you should have said. But I was on my way. It was actually at Beltrami Electric, and I was going into Beltrami Electric. There was a woman with a kid. He was probably about 10, 11 years old.
Yes.
Walking right in front of me, and this kid had a piece of paper. He wadded it up, and he just threw it, sort of like that. He threw it, and it landed in the tree, right there. But just sit there, Mike. I'll get you right.
Thanks, bud.
Right by Paul Bunyan Electric. And his mom saw him. I should have said something to him.
And you didn't say anything?
I didn't know what to, I didn't like, oh, there we go.
Well, if that's about the coffee spill. Here we go. This is a caller. Caller, you're on the air. We'd remind you to turn your set down. Who are we speaking to?
This is Danielle McAllister. I'll turn my set down just a second here.
Danielle McAllister.
What can we do for you, Danielle?
I just wanted to say that Will, you look really good in that color.
In that
In
color?
Yeah, that yellow looks really nice on you.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's nice.
Little sweetheart. Did you see me drop that coffee?
I did, yes. Smooth move. X-Lax.
Well, I was trying to use a fake hand, okay? And for those of you who have attempted to use fake hands with coffee mugs, you'll know. Sometimes you get a little spillage.
Well, what if you guys are new set? What does that movie have behind you?
We'll put this up. I think this is going to be kind of a running theme of his.
It looks like Seattle. I think it's the Space Needle.
It's a movie called Chronicle. It's about these guys. I haven't seen it yet, but I think these people are able to tap into superhuman powers.
If you notice, there's 3 bodies, human bodies in the air. I couldn't figure out if they were jumping. I thought it might be some
flying.
extraterrestrial.
Well, either you should think this sounds good.
Is it Seattle or not?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
The Space Needle.
the Space Needle there.
From what it was the fair. It was the big fair.
Oh, the World Fair?
Yeah,
World's
what
Fair?
year was that?
I can't remember. Will, I think it's up to you to remember old things like that.
It's not that old. Look at it. It's the tallest building in Seattle, it looks like.
It is Seattle. And Seattle's about that color usually.
Oof. Did you spend some time in Seattle, Dee?
I spent a couple hours there once in between flights.
I actually spent quite a bit of time out there in the late 70s. No, it was in the early 70s, and I had coffee at, what the heck is the place there? They have.
Oh yeah, the coffee town.
It's right down by the bay, that Pike Street Market, not Pike Street Market, is it? Maybe it is. It's Market Street down there, and I used to hang out right in that area quite a bit. It was nice town.
Who's that in the background?
Mini-me.
It's mini-me.
Yep.
You guys want to hear something very cool, actually? This is my little lady friend Danielle, who's with our baby, Aventus Jean Breeden, Evie Jean. And today, Danielle, she called me about 2 hours ago, and she said, "You'll never guess what Evie is doing right now." When I was a kid, I would suck my thumb like this, and I'd hold my arm like this. I think it was a comfort thing. I was smelling my arm hair or something like that. But anyways, that's how I used to roll. And here, today, Evie started doing the same thing,
Exactly, yeah.
which is awesome. Cute. That's my little girl.
Little DNA replica.
Yeah, Gen X, people, Gen X.
And I should mention, if anyone would like to see more footage of Evie Jean, they can go to YouTube, Upstream TV.
Ah.
And somehow you'll click in on there, you'll see some of Mike's videos on there.
Yeah.
And if you go to
Mantic
Mantrap?
TV. Mantrap, no.
Mantic? Manic?
Mantic TV. Yeah.
Mantic?
Yes.
What is there like?
Mantic
Is
is
that
like
wood
you
tick
know
or
what
deer
Mantic
tick?
stuff is.
Mantic.
Mantic is like
Romantic.
a how a fortune teller will have a globe and a crystal ball. That is a mantic object. Things that are tangible that you utilize to see into the future. Those are mantic. It's not a really heavily utilized word, but I like it. Mantic. Mantic TV would be, of course, a television set that you use to see the future.
I'm going to try to remember this. I like it.
I like it too. That's why I chose it.
Mantic.
Danielle,
Yes.
do you have a Pioneer paper with you?
Actually, you have it there at the office, but I heard that you were in the paper.
Really? On page 2?
Oh my gosh, there you are.
Well, let's let the people at home look at that. Oh, there he is.
Fundraising kicks off with a $10,000 donation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Can you see those squares at home?
Yes, Steve texted me and told me you're in the newspaper. She said, Handsome Mike is in the newspaper. I said, really?
You haven't been, hey, Danielle, you haven't been seeing squares around Will's and I's heads, have you? On
No.
your home set?
Oh, wait, actually, it's happening right now.
It's happening right now.
Square.
Is it?
Yeah, around Mike's head.
Okay. Everybody at home, bear with us. I'm going to switch that function off.
He must have
He
had it.
wasn't there until you just said so.
I know.
I think he had the Wisconsin setting, the cheesehead setting on there probably. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, I heard the Dalai Lama was in town, I think it was yesterday.
Wow, cool, you can see the whole camera
I know.
settings.
And he had on Mike's favorite visor, what was it, the U of M visor there.
Which I thought was very cool.
Yeah, I like it when the Dalai comes to, he was in Rochester for I guess it was an annual checkup, I think. So, a lot of people come down to the Mayo Clinic there. You get some dignitaries from around the